Can you share some thoughts on what KPIs matter and how does organizations successfully implement FinOps programs today?
Yeah, I will actually pick on right on the means kind of few things that we mentioned in the white paper. And that's actually implementation of the FinOps. While you are implementing FinOps operations, right, we see it in four different aspects that it has to be implemented within an organization. First, actually covers budgeting and forecasting. That has to be a robust process of forecasting because when you start the year, you know that what programs are coming on board, what you already have it on the plate, what kind of processes, workloads that you are going to run, what kind of consumers you already have. And then you look at the programs that you are right on the way that you are going to roll out that particular year. You calculate and take a look at it, what testing programs that also you're going to do, and what are the compliance needs that you have coming this year. So you add up all the stuff, and then you forecast and budget the cloud cost that is going to be on that particular year for you. The second aspect for it is monitoring, which is key aspect of it, right? Like when you put the cost in budget and forecast in place, when you are putting the and rolling out the workloads into your environments, right? You need to really monitor those, and the architecture itself needs to support that monitoring. That when you put that architecture, like tagging mechanisms that we have seen, right? Or even if you look at the platform where you're creating the projects, files, folders, those needs to have the owners assigned to them so that you are actually monitoring those kind of workloads appropriately and notifying the right stakeholders, whether it be business stakeholders who are actually responsible for the financial aspects for it, or the technical stakeholders who are responsible for controlling it in case if it's going somewhere different, right? Third thing is that when we look at why we did the budgeting, forecasting, and then monitoring, then we need to contain the cost as well. So there are various aspects of containing the cost. Either you need to tweak the architecture if that has gone wrong, tweak the code if that needs to be taken care. Are there unutilized infrastructure components that you need to contain, or you can leverage some of those benefits from the mega, so hyperscaler itself, right? Like for an example, they might have different contracting way of contracting itself, right? Think about slot reservations and as such, right? So can you make that and get the benefit out of it? So that's the third aspect that we see. And fourth one is really going back and making a change management in place, right? So going back to the means kind of, and seeing that if there is something not going in right, do you have a process to go back and tweak it and bring it back to the what actually normal looks like?